All right. Daredevil Born Again, season 2, episode 8. We just finished it. Just watched it live on stream. You might be catching it right now after the fact. But hot takes, hot comments. What do you think, Steve?
It was better than what I thought. I'll give it that. It
Me
was
too.
better than what I thought.
Me too.
I was I won't say pleasantly surprised, but it was better than I thought. Um, some of the things that stood out to me, I love the end, the Luke Cage return. That was
Yes.
something I said I needed to see in the
Yep.
series. I did. I'll give it to him for that. This was probably Jessica Jones' best outing.
Yep.
This show is probably her best outing. She had something to do.
Yep.
It did give you the action.
Exactly.
Yeah, it did give you some good action things. Every time it gave you some good action scenes, I'll give them that. It was about 3 to 4 really good action scenes in this. They landed the action scenes. The courtroom, just throughout this one, they just haven't been able to land with the courtroom scenes.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on
They
that.
were long. I thought the one with Fisk was sort of going back and forth. That one was okay. Moments of that was okay, but then it just went on too long. Then another thing that it bothered me was throughout the series, but even in this episode, was I wanted to see the build up. We talked about it during it, the
Yep.
build up from the citizens. Where did this resistance come from? Where did the support come from? How did that start? What's the build up to it? Because when they did it, I found myself not caring. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess they need a climax, and they
Right.
created this so it could happen.
Right.
But I didn't feel it. Um, Another thing we talked about it. There's going to be a segment on YouTube that's going to eat that scene alive when they stormed the Capitol.
Yep.
They gave them some material on that one. They
Yep.
gave them some material.
Yep. Yep.
But other
Yep.
than that,
Yep.
it was better than what I thought it would be. So
Mhm.
I'll give them some credit. Not great, but it was better than what I
Yeah.
thought.
No, I agree. I totally agree. I feel that it was a solid finale. It was better than what I expected it to be. I had very low expectations, and it definitely met those and exceeded those.
Mhm.
So I'm happy with that. I feel as though, like you said, the courtroom stuff wasn't really hitting on it, but it was a necessary evil to get to the point where
Yeah,
Matthew explained that he was Daredevil. Like, I get that.
yeah.
As far as realism goes, like, nah, it wasn't realistic at all. But
Mm-mm.
you kind of have to suspend your disbelief a little bit when watching something like this. So I get that. The build up to the Legion of Daredevils, storming the building, that was a little odd to me because when we were watching it, the first thing I said was, like, give me some background on this. Like, all you needed was a scene, maybe an episode or two ago, where you had, and this could even tie in the little baby white tiger. That
Mhm.
scene where the people showed up outside of the bodega, and they were upset because her mom was getting, or her aunt was getting, like, arrested and taken by the vigilantes, by the Anti-Vigilante Task Force. All you needed was somebody there, or a few people there, in Daredevil masks. Like, that's all you needed.
Yeah,
So that you
yeah.
could have seen it, like, okay, like, there's people trying to, they're taking on this persona too. You could have came with
Mhm.
another episode where somebody gets in trouble for something. You think that it's the real Daredevil, but it's not. Sort of like how they did with Bullseye in this episode, where you thought that
Yeah.
that was Bullseye, but it turned out that it wasn't him. Because I was kind of confused. I was like, why is the task force there with Bullseye? Like, they're not cool
Mhm.
anymore. So
Mhm.
yeah, but another strong point in the episode, Bullseye. Like, dude steals every scene that he's in. Just has the
Everything.
aura, has the swag. Like, I
Everything.
love everything about Bullseye and that character. Everything that we've learned, the way he's been built up, the way he's been developed. Now, um, and the let's talk about the ending real quick. We had Kingpin out on a beach. Still don't quite understand how you could unalive all those people and then end up on a beach, living your best life, or
They gave him
something.
a deal.
Yeah, they gave him a deal. I don't quite understand that.
I
Um,
killed like 10 to 12 people.
right,
It
you
had to
breaking
be on
backs.
camera.
He had a full Darth Vader end of the what's the name of that movie? Rogue One. He had a
Yeah.
whole scene like that where he walking down the hallway just unaliving people left and right, which was cool to
Oh.
see. Like we should have seen more of that Kingpin. I wanted to see
Yeah.
more of that. Like I wish that they would have gave us a little bit more of that. The brutal
Uh-huh.
Kingpin that we got some of last season,
Uh-huh.
and definitely got
Uh-huh.
it in the Netflix season from time to time.
Uh-huh.
Um, but yeah, so Karen Page and Daredevil were hanging out. I'm gonna save Daredevil for the end because I got a nice little theory on that. Um, what else? Who else do we have? We didn't get any Punisher in this episode, unfortunately, but we got
Yeah, I
him
was
next week.
hoping.
We got
Yeah,
Punisher next week.
I was hoping they
Um,
would tease that.
yeah, I was hoping they would too. It was awesome seeing Luke Cage show up. That
Yes.
instantly gave the show more oomph, more
Yeah.
credibility.
Going into season
And
3. Yeah.
yes, it's
Agreed.
like okay, like you getting these characters out that we don't care about. BB, sayonara. You made it to the paper. You following in your dad's footsteps. All I need to do is see your name at the top of an article in next season. I don't need to see your face anymore. I don't need to see your storyline anymore. No more of the Fisk crap for you. Like I don't need to see any of that. um but yeah, seeing Jessica Jones and Luke Cage get back together, like that's awesome. It'll be cool to see them and how they feature in the next season. I know we'll eventually get Danny Rand back too, so they can get the whole gang back together, I hope. um but yeah, seeing them back together was cool. I liked how the episode sort of changed, like that whole last scene. Just the tone was different, and it was more of what I was looking for the entire way through. Um,
Agreed.
and now let me get to my theory. Let's see if you sharing my theory with one Mr. Matt Murdock. As we saw, he got arrested and taken to somebody's prison, and we saw some of the task force folks there and all that stuff. So blah 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 blah, whatever. Um, Tying a few loose ends. The first thing I thought about once I realized that he was going to get arrested and go to prison was the next Spider-Man movie. So
Yes.
now I understand why the Hand was there in the prison and Spider-Man was fighting the Hand. Like I get it now because he's in the prison, so that's why the Hand would have any sort of presence there. So I don't know if
Uh-huh.
we're gonna eventually get like Elektra or anything like that, but like that kind of connects the Hand to Spider-Man, because it's like, why is Spider-Man fighting the Hand? Like,
The
why would the
hand.
Hand
Yeah.
have anything to do with being at a prison or whatever? But like now that Daredevil's there, like I get it. And that pretty much seals the deal that one of those scenes that we saw in that Spider-Man trailer, they did some fancy editing to edit out Daredevil because he's definitely fighting alongside Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So I got a feeling,
I
and
can
I
see
hope
that.
I hope they do it, and I don't think they'll just end there, but I got a feeling, and if they're smart, they'll give us this. This is a hope. This is a wish that we get some sort of scene at the end with the Defenders and Spider-Man like all fighting together.
Yes.
Like, dude, that would be so
Yes.
dope. That would be so dope. Because
Yeah.
I mean, there's you can't tell me. This takes place. That movie takes place after the events of this show. So we already saw Punisher in it. You can't tell me that all of a sudden Jessica Jones and Luke Cage are gonna disappear somewhere and not be seen.
Right.
So you
Until they do
have
season
to,
3.
right. You gotta do. They have to appear in this too. I would think.
I would
Just give
think
us
too.
just give us the cameo of them all fighting together, and I'd be a happy camper. Um,
I do too.
I don't think that's gonna happen, but that would be nice. But
I,
but yeah, what do you think, man?
you
My
don't
theory.
think he would play because I'm on my theory is somewhat similar. I knew I started to think, okay, there has to be a Spider-Man connection here. I didn't go as deep as you did, but I was thinking there had to be a Spider-Man connection here. I was also thinking, is it, I've been pushing for Alexa since they started this season.
Mm-hmm.
I've been pushing for that also. I did think it was a lot just to bring Luke Cage in for this small cameo, just to bring Jessica Jones back a few episodes. There has to be something bigger before you even get to season 3.
Right. Right.
So, or even in addition to season 3.
Yes.
So I could see that. I don't know if it'll be as full blown. They're doing the Punisher, and I don't know exactly the time frame the Punisher is supposed to be taking place, but there has to be something bigger
Right.
going on. That the plan to use some of those characters from the Defenders.
Right.
I hope so. Maybe you don't get a full fight scene like that, but
Right.
I think something's planned.
Yeah, you would think so. You would think so. They're all in the same city, and
Yes.
you kind of like the second you wrap the Punisher in this, you'd have to think. And okay, if you're wrapping the Punisher in it, and Daredevil is in that prison, they have to at least those three will be fighting together. At least those
Hmm.
three will be fighting together.
Hmm.
I don't see we can go all crazy deep with the theories on the Spider-Man movie, but that's not what everybody's here for. We'll do that on another time. But yeah, that's pretty much our review of season 2, episode 8, the finale of Daredevil Born Again. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And while you're here, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop those comments, and just know that Watch Stuff with Us will be in the mix in 2026. My name is JD. That's my man Steve right over there. And we will see you when we see you. Peace.